Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. 2015 is proving to be another banner year for Pharmasave and Swift Current.
The Broncos are in the black for another season as they announced a profit at their 2015 annual general meeting.
Southwest Saskatchewan is home to a vast number of artists, and during the Culture Days weekend, many had a chance to showcase their work through the Highway 1 studio tour. Thanks for joining us here today. Hard work and customer service continues to pay off for Pharmasave and Swift Current, as they're now an ABEX Award finalist. 2015 is proving to be another banner year for Pharmasave and Swift Current. The Southwest Saskatchewan business has won the honor of Store of the Year and is also nominated for an ABEX Award through the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce.
We were nominated for 2 awards this year. One was Growth and Expansion and one was Innovation. The Growth and Expansion Award is the one that we have become a finalist in that category. And it's based on a company, a business in Saskatchewan that has shown significant growth and expansion in its recent past, and also expansion into unique areas compared to what they traditionally were in before.
A huge honor for Mann and her Swift Current team, as they're nominated alongside a number of other large businesses from across the province. An accomplishment which comes through years of hard work and dedication to the community, as Pharmasave Swift Current strives to stay ahead of the competition and offer the best shopping experience for their growing clientele.
We believe our customers are what have brought success for us in the store. We have amazing customers, and they really support us and encourage us to be better every day at what we do. And it's really just a treat for us to serve them and make their life easier and help them live well and all of that. But a lot of it was based on the fact that we moved from quite a smaller location to this giant location, and since then just our traffic has boomed, and we brought in some really unique little niche markets like Starbucks and the Best Buy kiosk and things like that, which are pretty significant for a drugstore setting.
Mann adds that offering all of these services under one roof at their 19,000 square foot location is due to the dedication of the entire team of 79 employees at the Swift Current store.
The whole reason we even were nominated for this award has to deal with our staff and how they treat the customers that come in here. And the growth and expansion is definitely as a result of all of their hard work and dedication. And I couldn't be more proud than to be on their team.
The 32nd Annual Achievement in Business Excellence Awards, presented by the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce, are set for October 24th in Saskatoon. The Swift Current Broncos have announced a profit for the past year. We bring you the details in this report.
The Broncos are in the black for another season as they announced a profit at their 2015 annual general meeting. The team improved their cash on hand by approximately $122,775 and announced an overall profit of $133,465. A large amount of this profit came from a decrease in their education fund liability.
It's fairly complex how the education fund works. Essentially, if I wanted to simplify it down, roughly every year, 27 kids qualify for an extra year of education funding, right? So it really doesn't matter how young our team is. It will be that we will have that education liability, so to speak, on our books. We then do what they call a best estimate as to how many of those kids, once they're finished playing, will continue on with their hockey career or may choose to use that education fund. So I think in a practical sense, it's acceptable that not 100% of every player is going to use that education opportunity. But I do need to stress how important that education fund is, and it is guaranteed for every player. 1 year, the day that they step on the ice for an exhibition game, they've gotten a year of education from our league. I think our league has done an outstanding job in that respect, looking out for the future of our players.
A major expense over the past season came from the introduction of the new logo, including jerseys, signage, and other graphical elements used by the organization. Despite the upfront costs, Assistant General Manager of Business Operations, Diane Sletton, is pleased with resulting merchandise sales and optimistic for the future.
Well, I think people were really pleased from what we heard with the change. They love the colors. We heard that from all across the league that, we have one of the nicest jerseys, if not the nicest in the league. Our sales did increase by about $50,000 last year in merchandise, so directly related to that for sure. We certainly hope that will continue. With our 30th season, we got some special merchandise in this year for that as well, and some new things. So hopefully those continue for the next couple of years, and we've got some extra things we're thinking about for the following year as well.
The team also saw an increase in season ticket sales, which they hope to see continue into the next few seasons, as a younger Swift Current Broncos roster looks to continue improving through a transition season into a regular playoff contender.
I think this is a bit of a transition year for sure. We got some young guys, we got some real good young D, we got some real good young players that haven't played a lot in the league. So it's going to be, we have to give it about a month and get this team playing and see exactly where we're at.
The Highway 1 Studio Tour showcased a number of local artisans from Swift Current and the surrounding area. We bring you some of the highlights from that weekend. Southwest Saskatchewan is home to a vast number of artists, and during the Culture Days weekend, many had a chance to showcase their work through the Highway 1 Studio Tour. Now into its 7th year, the tour shines the spotlight on artists from Swift Current and the surrounding area, at various studios and other locations from Waldeck to Herbert. Heidi Gosweiler is one of the founding members of the organizing committee and says the two-day event is a great way to get exposure for many unknown artists to local and out-of-province visitors traveling along the highway. Gosweiler was also one of the 14 artisans showcased in the tour and speaks about her product line.
Yeah, like we here at the motel, we have an alpaca farm on the side, and I do the alpaca fiber side. So I'm a fashion designer. I design and make a lot of alpaca things. It's from high-end, fancy to everyday wear, like insoles and socks, and then like capes and sweaters and hats. And I'm a painter also, but I think I'm more known as the alpaca lady.
A weekend of great anticipation for these artists who spend countless hours on their unique pieces of work, ranging from porcelain, photography, painting, to crocheting, which goes well beyond your grandmother's patterns.
I crochet wire into pieces of jewelry, and I also upcycle can tabs. So I make things like hats and purses, wallets. I'm starting to get into clothing now. That's new this year. So I've got some skirts and some tops that have can tab embellishments, and I'm also repurposing doilies and also creating skirts and tops and things with those.
An enjoyable experience for the artists and the visitors, taking in the various displays, hands-on demonstrations, and sampling of local cuisine throughout the weekend.
This is my first year. I was asked to join it, and I thought, what a great opportunity to showcase my pieces.
It's great just talking to people. You get more time to talk to people, and it's more of an intimate setting than doing more of your larger craft shows in an arena or something like that.
And an eye-opening experience for many first-time visitors to the Highway 1 Studio Tour, who now plan to make a return trip.
What's really nice is the regional connection. So the fact that we've got things right around town here, but then kind of going along the highway, kind of in the area. It's neat to have get out and go to places you might not go, visit little towns you might not otherwise, or that might be right in your community, and then go on from there.
The Highway 1 Studio Tour takes place every September during the Culture Days weekend. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.